Hello everyone and welcome to another character theory. We're gonna get right into it. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. And we are gonna be talking about Dr. Iron. Alright? So, of course, this guy has some direct inspiration from so many different characters like Rick Sanchez and Forge from X-Men, and maybe a bit of Iron Man in there too. We have to know what he has done, right? We have to know the character in order to judge if he's going to have, like, what can we theorize him about? So he is the son of Jackie Mill Purple's rival, Armo Rarely. That name's gotta change. Oh my gosh, it's a handful. So, this son of his, instead of making, like, I think, like, they make blue and white, I even say it, they make suits of armor that are blue and white that are able to hang with the Jackie Mill Purple and Armo Rarely's battles to the death. So he even makes the Tactician, a creation that can sense and warp technology and it was his last attempt to save his father and kill Jackie Mill Purple once and for all, but it was used against him. And ultimately, the death of Dr. Iron. We already met him and he's already dead. We're already talking about death and we already met him. Alright, cool. So, I think this character should have a chance to be like, I don't know. He could be like Polities. Alright, so if you guys haven't heard of like the popping off sort of new banger of a musical epic, it's about Odysseus and his travels throughout the Greek mythos, right? Originally about the Odyssey. Like, it's inspired by the Odyssey, sorry. So, a few things with this. First of all, there's a character in there that dies and has the whole thing about open arms, right? And that telling people to, and influencing people to treat the world with open arms. That doesn't go well for them. Spoilers, but hey, nobody probably is gonna care. Anyways, maybe we do a similar thing to them. To Miss Dr. Iron. So, he's gonna be like he's gonna die. Pretty much is what I'm saying. But that will also, like, make his father even more persevere and make this more personal. Make this rivalry more personal, more not about winning anymore, but it's about not letting them die in vain. I feel like that's gonna be a common theme theme. Like maybe some of Dr. Iron's sort of thing is that you can't let another person die in vain, no matter what. You have to move on, you have to move for them, you have to go on for them, you have to fight for them. Because if you don't, then they die for nothing. I feel like Dr. Iron would be telling everyone around him to greet the world with open arms, while he is the only one that he's contradicting himself. He wants everyone else to greet the world with open arms, while he himself has to be the one that fights for that peace, that is the guardian of peace. He himself is the only one that can be the defender. Because he has to. It's his purpose. He has to be the guardian of peace, so he leads people down the peaceful road. Tries to influence them, get that into their heads. I think he's gonna have also a big sort of jump into like the investigation sort of aspect of this whole series, story, mythos, whatever you want to call it. But he's gonna be the one that's gonna have a significant way increase of findings of clues. He's going to be the one who's looking for everything, trying to do it for his father, doing it for everyone but himself. He didn't allow himself to greet the world with open arms, because maybe he feels like he doesn't deserve it. Anyways, we know this tale of a fallen hero who wants everyone to rise. Like, he makes everyone rise for him to, like, maybe it's also a form of, like, he needs this to, like, motivate him to do the best that he can for everyone else and himself. He needs the motivation, so he gets others, he influences others to do the same thing, to not fight, but to greet the world with open arms, while he fights for it. That's the difference between Polites and Dr. Iron. One fights for a world with people greeting the world with open arms, while the other didn't. Well, if you want to go into that sort of scenario, I suggest listening to all of the songs. Half of the, like, Act 1 already finished. There's a ton of clips of Act 2. You can, like, get caught up. I got hooked instantly. It influenced so many of my characters, as many fandoms do, but that fandom itself really hit me, right? And least of all, it being a music it's a music. It's not not a book, not a traditional story. It's it's just a compiled list of songs. Yet they have me feeling this way, and I want, and that's exactly why I study this sort of stuff, trying to replicate that feeling. Regardless, let's move on to one of Dr. Iron's creations. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I got extreme influence from the Avengers, right? But I made it different. I made him an animatronic, and this does not, you cannot convince me this looks like Hulk in any way or shape or form. This, maybe, but even then you're pushing it, because, like, this, no. And this is definitely not. He looks like a mess. That's neither here or there. He's an animatronic. So think of this straight up kaiju sort of being that can grow in size, created by a son of one of the most brilliant minds of the planet. That's what this character is. And they're probably gonna die with their creator. The NIGHT-MARE. Alright, this one, I know for a fact I'm gonna have fun with them. This is gonna be like a bloody, gory adventure that we're gonna go through, right? So, already off the bat, it's more grounded. It feels like there's stakes, the stakes on the line are life and death, right? It's not a place where you expect revivals or fight. Like, you only expect like blood that is possible blood. Yeah. So it's gonna be realistic is what I'm going for. That approach. He's a traditional hero. Anyways, let's go on to the last one, because that's pretty much everything on the NIGHT-MARE. He's gonna have a lot more lore when I can definitely see him going places, alright? That's all you need to know. This is a god, a literal god. God of resistance, if you wanted to know specifically, but I called him the worst names. Resistant rock. Like, what was I thinking? Like, Jesus. Am I stupid or what? My gosh. Alright. The NIGHT-MARE. Let me just check if there's anything for NIGHT-MARE, which was the previous one. I'm doubtful. Yeah, there's nothing. And then this one is Resistant Rock. So there's definitely some things that they're going to be participating in, because they're in this sort of mythos with so many gods, so many beings, right? So there's going to be rules that are going to be established with them. But as for them as a character, I mean, they do have their own species of people, but they died out a long time ago. So I'm not seeing them coming out in any future acts. So what I mean by acts is like, I'm presuming if I keep this up, each act is like 30 books down the line. That's if I get that far. I hope I at least get down Act 1, publish at least Act 1, But Act 1 is itself is crazy. But I really want to be a writer. I really want this to work. I just need to figure out which characters are suitable for this creative process, right? I already have NIGHT-MARE as one of the 30 that are coming out, act-wise. So I don't know when the act's going to be over, but once it's over, I need to start an Act 2, Act 3, if I live that long. Because there's so much. That's like, what, Act 3, 90, Book 90? If I'm gonna live that long, I'm like, oh gosh, yeah. Anyways, that's the 4 characters. Remember, these 2 are the same. So yeah, 4. So have a good day. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really does help and make a difference significantly with the littles of support. A like, a comment, a subscribe. That was terrible. But really, I do care. And I will see you guys at a later point. Have a good day. And yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Bye.